Hi guys, my name is Allie and we're here at the Blue Tin in Morris, Illinois, and we are introducing the next video for US Classic Muscle Cars.
It was in the barn find section.
The idea of the money burning out of my wallet came into my head about...
Did I say it right? Nope. All right, so how many horsepower does the car have?
I'm going to call it somewhere around 330.
How you doing? My name's Luke. This is my 2014 Mustang GT. It's ruby red metallic, and I've got a Cervini 2.5-inch cowl hood on it here. This is the Cobra R hood. The front bumper and the entire hood is clear broad, along with the side mirrors.
What is that?
It prevents any kind of rock dings or yeah. So there's an Expel film on the entire bumper, hood, and side mirrors there. The windows were tinted too, by the same company out of Mokina Car Smart. The wheels here are American Muscle wheels, their brand. It has Nitto tires on it and Nitto drag radials on the back.
Those rotors look like extra...
Yeah, those are power stop rotors, drilled and cross cut from American Muscle also. And then I've got, when I had the brakes put on, I put all new Ford Motorcraft brake pads on. So.
Like kind of dying.
It stops well, yeah. Even now, it doesn't have the performance pack brakes. They still stop really well. So.
And then what kind of tires do you use?
These are the Nittos, the NT 555Rs, the drag radials. So, and they're good for, you know, if it starts misting or raining out, they're still decent. So.
How do you like them compared to like the Mickey Thompsons per se?
I actually had Mickey Thompsons on here at first, but they didn't make a tall enough tire that I wanted, so I went with these. Apparently these are supposed to have a little bit more tread life than the Mickey Thompsons, and so far so good. They hook up pretty well. So, and then underneath the car there's Steeda jacking rails, Steeda lower control arms, and then I've got a Lethal Performance H-pipe, Lethal Performance over axle pipes, and then GT 500 mufflers out back there.
So the quite a lot. It's still a Mustang after you all that. So what is how did you learn to do all this?
My buddy TJ actually did all the work on here for me. So.
Can we see the interior?
Sure. It's just a base model GT, so it's just cloth seats, but I do have a Ford Performance short throw shifter, which is actually made by Barton, and then it's got the Aeroforce gauge in there, which monitors everything. So I can monitor boost, oil pressure, fuel pressure, air-fuel ratio, anything the computer does, it's plugged right into it. So.
How's the car to drive?
Oh, it drives perfect. These new cars, they drive like stock until you get on them. You can't even tell anything's done to it. So drivability is perfect. So.
Now, is this an illusion or is it something different? Are these rotors in the back smaller?
Yeah, the rear rotors are always smaller. Yeah, so.
A lot of times, all the films that I've done, you don't see a lot of that sometimes.
Yeah, like I said, this car doesn't have the performance package on it, so it's just the basic brakes. But the rotors are actually bigger than the stock ones. But if you go to a performance pack, which I could have changed these brakes out to the performance pack rotors and calipers, but the bigger the brakes you go, the less wheel options you have then, because then you got to have a bigger wheel. So.
Right. And then did you do anything with the lighting at all, or is it?
No, that's all stock there.
Okay, so now people want to see what's underneath the hood. Can we?
Sure.
looking at here?
Okay, a lot of dressed up items. I've got Moroso covers on everything. One of these is the overfill tank for the radiator. The other one is for the supercharger. Heat exchanger in the front behind the grill. UPR dress up for the strut towers. Moroso battery cover. The brake reserve has got a cover on it. I've got a JLT cold air intake on here. And then it has the VMP Supercharger, the Gen 2R, with their upgraded throttle body also. That's the 67 millimeter VMP throttle body there.
Okay. So this supercharger compared to any other brand, why this brand?
I like the VMPs. They're kind of similar to the Roush blowers, but what they do is they upgrade the rear inlet on these compared to the Roush, so it has a lot more airflow going into the back. They're basically, this is a 2300 rotor pack. They have the new one out now, the Gen 3. That's a 2650 rotor pack, but on this car with the stock motor, this blower would make more than enough to grenade the engine. So these superchargers have instant torque. When you hit the gas, the torque goes. You don't have to wait for a centrifugal blower to make RPM or build boost like a turbo. It's just instant power right away. And they're pretty much maintenance free. I mean, the oil they ship these with are good for over 100,000 miles.
Oh, wow.
So, and then I have a JLT Overflow tank here for the oil. And then I've got some Steeda dressed up items, and then the Ford Racing chrome coil covers too on there.
There you go. So now, with all this, how much horsepower is it?
It makes about 600 to the rear tire right now. My future mods, I've got a smaller pulley. I want to drop down to a 79 millimeter pulley with a 100 octane tune. When I had the car dynoed, it didn't have the best fuel in it, so it would have made more. So I want to put the other pulley on here, put 100 octane in the tank, and I'm hoping to get close to mid 600s with it. You can get about 700 horse out of these to the tire safely if you want to switch over to E85, but anything after that, this is 11 to 14 Coyote motors, they consider these the Gen 1.
Okay.
So, you know, mid 600s on 100 octane, 700 on E85, that's about as high as you want to go with them. The 15 to 17 cars, you can make a little more power, and then obviously the 18 is now the Gen 3 Coyote. So.
And how much torque?
I don't have the exact quote. I'd have to look at the dyno sheet, but it's the horsepower and torque numbers are very close together with these blowers because of the torque they produce. So
how's the car to drive?
It drives awesome. It drives like stock. Until you get on it, you wouldn't even know it had a supercharger on it.
Right. So spin the tires into.
Oh yeah, you can do as many burnouts as you want with it. So I didn't mention. I also didn't mention I have a. Oh, okay, yeah. I also have a one-piece Ford Motorsport aluminum drive shaft underneath. I didn't mention that before, so.
Oh, okay, wow. And then, so can we hear how the car sounds?
Sure, I can start it up for you. So yeah, my friend TJ Darnell did all the motor work and all the suspension work on here, and the exterior work, the detail, the clear bra, the window tint, and all that stuff was done by CarSmart out of Mokene, Illinois. So, thanks for watching.